Hi you guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the number one question that I get asked anytime that I wear like a swimsuit or show my stomach. I get asked what happened with my scars, like how did I get them? So first, I guess I should show you what my scars look like. So these are the scars. The light's kind of making it hard. There we go. So basically, sorry, I hear that my boyfriend just got home. I get shy on the camera. So I actually already made a video about this years ago, back when I was in high school, but according to my parents, I had gotten some of the information wrong. And I don't remember any of this stuff personally because my mind literally blocked it out because I was so young. So this is like my correction video, and that was so long ago, I doubt anyone's gonna go down and scroll, so now I can just refer them back to this video. So basically, when I was 5 years old, I had a stomach ache, and my parents took me to the doctor, and the doctor was like, oh, she just has a stomach virus, like, she'll be fine, just wait it out. So they tried to wait it out, and they waited 2 or 3 days and I was not eating. All I would eat was popsicles. They tried to get me to eat solids and I absolutely refused. I was crying. I would just be in agony the whole time. All I would be doing the whole day is just complaining about my stomach. So one night my dad, he put me up on the counter and he noticed that my stomach looked like I had abs. So he was like, okay, this isn't normal for a 5-year-old. So they took me to the emergency room. And it turned out that I had an appendicitis and my appendix had ruptured by this point. You know, if the doctor had caught it earlier, it probably wouldn't have ruptured. But I think the reason they didn't check is just because I was so young and they weren't looking for an appendicitis in somebody that's 5 years old, right? So they put me in for the emergency surgery. And then after that, when I was in the hospital, I developed pneumonia and I turned purple. They had to bring me oxygen. I almost unalived at that point because I also developed an infection. I'm not sure what the infection was from. I don't know if it was from, the doctor's tools, if it was just because I was 5 and my body couldn't handle it, if it was because they didn't get all of the stuff out. Like, I don't really know, but all I know is I developed an infection, so they had to go back in a second time. So that is what that big, long middle scar is from, is actually the second time that they went in. So the crazy thing about this time is when they went in there to get all the infection out, they did not sew me up. I'm still unsure of the medical reason for this. My parents aren't really able to tell me. I don't think they really understood how the doctor explained it, but I guess it was to prevent infection and because I was so young, apparently. So yeah, I don't know. So let me show you some pictures that I have. So yeah, we literally had to put gauze in my scars until they healed together on their own. I had no stitches. Which is crazy to think about for a 5-year-old. But here is me when I was in the hospital. With the oxygen. And this is what the scars look like post-surgery. Hopefully YouTube doesn't come after me for showing that, but educational, right? So that's what they looked like. I had to put gauze in them. I was in the hospital for about 2 months, and I also was in kindergarten, so I wasn't able to go to kindergarten for a few months because even after I got out of the hospital, I had to stay home for a while. And my kindergarten teacher was so sweet. She actually came to the hospital and she brought me like gifts and she would teach me and stuff. The only real thing that I remember about the hospital is watching that movie Life Size. I was obsessed with Life Size, with Tyra Banks and Lindsay Lohan. So, great movie. You guys should watch it. So I was always super insecure about my scars after this. All my friends would be wearing bikinis and stuff, and I always wanted to wear a bikini, but anytime that people would see my stomach, they would ask me what happened, and I didn't feel like explaining the whole story. Like, I was just trying to swim and have a good time. I wasn't trying to explain to 50 people why I had them. And also, there were mean little boys that would say that I had a happy trail and all of that stuff. So I was like, doctor, what can I do to get rid of these scars? And they said that when I was 12 or 13, because my body had to grow and develop more, I would be able to get them recut open. So they would go around the scar and cut it open again and then sew them shut. So this is what I decided to do. And this is what the scars looked like before I got them done. So you can see they're a lot thicker. I mean, for years they looked like bubble gum almost was on my stomach. So this is right after the surgery. I actually had to have these, like this tape that they put over your stitches. And those were super uncomfortable. They were super itchy and like hard, and they had to fall off on their own. And let me tell you, this was the worst recovery ever. Like, I mean, I've never had any other surgeries really besides like my tonsils, but you do not realize how much everything comes from your core until you have something like this done. Literally walking, sitting, standing, eating, talking, laughing, anything. It all has to do with your core. So the recovery was rough. I couldn't wear any tight pants, no tight shirts, nothing like that. And I literally looked pregnant. I mean, look how bruised I was. It's insane. Like, I was so swollen. So then after that, the last thing that I had done is after that was all healed, I ended up getting laser done to it, which is, it just helps with the texture and the discoloration of the scar. So it makes it more the color of your skin and it makes it more smooth. And that also hurt really bad. I understand what people mean when they say like, you know, they got laser removal on their like tattoos and stuff, because oh my goodness, it felt like fire mixed with like a bunch of needles being put onto that area. It was horrible. But luckily it was only like, you know, a few minutes at a time. So do I regret having the second surgery? Honestly, at this age, I would not have gotten that surgery done, because at that time I was really insecure. But now that I'm older, honestly, I mean, I think it just makes me unique. It's just a part of my story. I don't really care about my scars anymore. So honestly, was the second surgery necessary? Probably not. But at that time, for my self-esteem, yes. So yeah, and now people think that my belly button looks kind of weird. Because it's like so small, because from that second surgery, they had to take my scars and pull them in. So it kind of pulled in my belly button. So my belly button's a lot smaller than most people's and looks a little bit like, you know, looks like an upside down teardrop. So I do get comments on that sometimes. So that's why my belly button looks like that. And yeah, so, no, I didn't have a C-section. This is actually from when I was 5 years old. So that's how I got my scars. So next time somebody asks that, I am just going to refer to this video. So yeah. Also, I'm going to try to start uploading more videos this year. My goal for 2024, I always say this, but for real, my goal is to make at least one video a month, if not two. I have ideas already in my notes. So y'all need to make me stick to that. Comment and be like, hey, make another video if I don't make some in another month, okay? Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.